What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and it's almost noon. Actually, it's a little after 11. And, you know, I know me and Wrestling for Fans did a impromptu video on this yesterday, but I'm sorry, I'm like him when it comes to this. I can't let this go. So, almost every single channel that I have listened to that is wrestling based, well, is wrestling related, they have been talking about something that, in the grand scheme of things,
you guys have 11 minutes. No, it's Hart, but I think that's just the champagne coming through. I think it's for my passion. It goes beyond just the food and beverage. What my true passion is for me to create something.
Isn't that big of a deal?
Inside, stand up on the table and shake those drinks.
I mean,
you know, I'd give the whole show, but my cocktail is the main focus of it.
Starcast
I'm guessing he's trying to get some foam out of that cocktail. He's used
is coming our way, and there's one person that's going to be there, and that's CM Punk. But everyone's making such a big deal about CM Punk is going to be in the middle of a wrestling ring with a live microphone, and I'm like, how is that news? We knew Punk was going to be there. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Everyone's making such a big deal, and it doesn't even amount to a hill of beans. Because we knew for at least 2 months, just like we knew that Kenny Omega was going to go to AEW, and yet wrestling, the internet exploded when Kenny Omega was announced to go to AEW at a I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I see Punk coming back? It's been 5 years. Because he retired in 2012, went to the UFC, and got utterly destroyed. Okay. And I'm not saying that Punk isn't a hot commodity. I mean, Bret Hart was a hot commodity back in 1997. And look how that turned out for the Hitman. Not saying that that's going to happen to CM Punk if he ever decides to come back to the squared circle. But everyone, including Sean's View Entertainment, who I respect very much, but just because CM Punk's going to be there does not mean nothing. I mean, it's like I said yesterday, a CM Punk interview is being priced at $40. You're not going to get me to pay $40 for nothing. Especially an interview. Because I understand we want CM Punk back. We want him back in some sort of capacity with wrestling. That's where he excelled. And we've all wanted him to come back for 5 long years. I mean, you hear it on, you probably hear it at WWE live events. Where there are people still chanting CM Punk's name, and CM Punk has already said that he doesn't care. I just don't understand how CM Punk going to be at Starcast with a live microphone. I will say this much. CM Punk with a live mic is dangerous. But then again, so was one of the best talkers in the business, and that honor goes to probably the most crazy when it ever came to a live microphone, and that was the Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Either that or Dusty Rhodes. I mean, I would understand if it was after Starcast and after All Out. I would understand that. But not now. And not ever. Because here's the thing. Do I see CM Punk coming back? I find it highly unlikely at this point.
This is a clear lineup. Actually, it's a nighttime clear lineup. It's only available from Smile Direct Mode. Go from a smile like this to a smile like this, or from this to this. While you sleep.
Very unlikely.
And for 60% less than braces.
Do I see him ever returning to WWE? No, I don't.
Join over 500,000 satisfied criminals. New nighttime clear liners. Only at Smile Direct Mode.
I mean, come on. AEW. It's a big deal in the wrestling world.
I'm sorry.
What Teach here isn't telling you is that Snapshot rewards safe drivers with
But
discounts on car insurance.
on the flip side, a lot of people
I know it's supposed to be in ceramics. Thank you.
just open up their mouth and spew a whole lot of hot air.
Now I use Keeps. The easiest way for me to keep my hair.
NXT going to the USA Network on September 18th. That's a big deal. Because it's the first time
Colin, are we ready? Sure. Christina, you ready to go?
Yeah, so what we have there is a mango puree, and then we have a tomato rice, and we have the pan-fried snapper, the plantain chips, and micro cilantro.
Presentation is gorgeous. I love it. The fish is beautifully cooked. I saw that you were basting it, so I know that it's going to be nice and moist and tender. Give it a little taste.
it's just CM Punk returning
Really nice. Good job.
to a ring
So we have bone marrow.
with a live mic.
We have truffle oil. And then we have some black truffle rice.
I don't understand how that's news. Especially since we knew
You're better off here with the black truffle.
that he'd already be there.
Okay. Because you get a little bit of that texture also. Okay. But the flavor's really good.
And I could be completely wrong. Maybe he'll show up and hit a GTS on somebody at the pay-per-view.
It would be kind of overpowering. All of those different spices kind of speak to you.
Wow. Flavors are all popping, textures are there, color is there.
My first impression is I think we
But
can scale it back and tighten it up.
do I see that happening?
I've seen the talent that these students have. I've also seen the huge weaknesses that they have.
No.
Tomorrow, I gotta fill those holes.
Not saying that I'm negative about this whole CM Punk thing. I just do not see it happening because, to me, if you wanted to make a CM Punk return, you should wait until TNT. And that's all I gotta say on this. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And let's meet that 1,000 subscriber mark. Also, don't forget at 40 subscribers, I will be doing a Q&A video. You can send your Q&A questions to ChristopherBox25@gmail.com, or you can send your question, or you can put your questions down in the comments below. Don't forget to go show my friends Anton Masters, Spooky Robocat, and Wrestling for Fans some love. I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.